Hello you, it's me. Sunlight in November. Let's use this while we have it. Today we're going to talk about The Swallowed Man by Edward Carey. It's going to be a really short review. It's a really short book. Carey is an English playwright and author from Norfolk. He's brought out a couple of books so far, written several of his own plays, adapted other stuff for the stage like Patrick Süskind's The Pigeon. This story is essentially a retelling of Pinocchio but using Geppetto as the main central character, who is in this book called by his full name, Giuseppe Lorenzini. The story is an account of Gepetto'S life, told in memoir form, which he writes from the belly of the Leviathan. The monstrous whale or shark is debatable. He tells us he came from a family of ceramic painters, disappointing his father by failing to reproduce the family designs, and turning to carpentry, which allowed him a lot more creative freedom. He speaks of lovers in his young life, the miracle he performed in bringing Pinocchio to life, and how he tragically lost the child. Aside from having a really different focus than the original story, it's a lot more realistic in terms of human responses to these kind of things, especially how they would have reacted in the period that the book's written in. The puppet that's brought to life isn't filled with this immediate and no founding love for his father. He's got no reverence for this guy. Why should he? He's given life, he wants to use it. This kid wants to have experiences like a child and is naughty, throws tantrums when he doesn't get what he wants. And on the other side of the coin, Geppetto is filled with almost horror at what he's managed to do. He's brought something to life. He's done actual, factual magic, and there's this debate going on inside him. He's unsure whether to treat Pinocchio as a curio, an object, or a real child. He ends up sending it to school out of guilt, only really truly deciding he loves the child when it's gone. Roams the country looking for it, finds that it's been chased out of every single village it's visited because people think it's magic, it's evil. And it really addresses one of the things that the original story didn't, which is, you've just done magic. Would you not try it again? The narrator is a really clever guy. He uses a lot of clever wordplay in the diary that he's writing. In the stolen captain's logbook of a ship he finds inside the belly of the beast. And in that we essentially chart his descent into madness, as he burns through his supply of candles, knowing that eventually he will run out and there's just going to be the dark and his eventual death. And I think you could really argue at the end of the book that Geppetto maybe never made Pinocchio at all. He was just mental the whole time. There's a lot of ambiguity, but you could argue the magic side as well. But since we're being told the story by somebody who is alone in the dark and old, they're going mad, how much can we trust, really? All of it? Some of it? None of it? One thing I didn't initially like about this book, I did change my mind about right at the end. It's written on such clean white paper in such a format, with paragraphs peppered with photographs, very clean, crisp photographs of the things that Geppetto creates inside the stomach of the beast. The things he finds, the art he makes just out of boredom and loneliness. A lot of it felt like lists on lists on lists, to the point where, coupled with the clean photography, this felt like a pamphlet you get handed when you walked into a museum or an art exhibit to explain to you the things you're looking at. And at the end, it turns out to be exactly that. It turns out you're holding the book. The only reason we have this is because the beast eventually dies. It washes up on a beach. It was dissected, and the contents of its stomach opened up and sort of put on display. So I guess it actually did a really good job with that. So that's a really short review, really short book. It's only 150 pages. There's a lot of pictures mixed in, so it's probably less than that. I'll give it 3 stars. Don't go out of your way to buy it. But if someone gives you this as a present or you find it in a charity shop secondhand, it might be worth a read. Not that much of an inventive retelling of an original story, but the shift in focus is interesting. It's really good. Meh. Yeah. That's it, really. With the goal of doing reviews for every book I read, obviously there's going to be some that are like 3 or 4 minutes long, because it's a tiny little book. But we're being consistent. We're going to keep this up. So thanks for watching this review. 3 out of 5 stars. There will be content warnings for the book in the description. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll link that below. Like and subscribe. More reviews coming soon. All the time, thick and fast. I read pretty quick. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.